Aloha, fellow travelers. It's just Jeremiah here, leaving my apartment. You may wonder, why are these videos always of him leaving the apartment going the same exact way? This is the only time I have in the day to just stop, like at all. It's just work and sleep and working towards these podcasts that I'm going to be doing, that I'm already doing. Part 3 of which is tomorrow, which I wish it was loaded now so you'd know that, but with Slab City TV over with Carlos's channel. I'll be continuing with my story of Slab City on my hitchhiking journey up to the point where my mom passed and I went to Burning Man, and I'm gonna end on a cliffhanger of Burning Man because that's where it gets kind of crazy too. I've got this whole thing choreographed, honestly, this 5-part podcast interview I'm doing. So yeah, that's tomorrow at 8 a.m. here. I have to be ready, and I get out of work at midnight tonight. I quit the farmhouse. I let her know. I was nice about it, but I told her that with the narcissistic, toxic traits of the owner who needs to tear people down instead of building them up to make him feel better, yeah, there's no way I'd be able to possibly give my guests what they deserve there, and that all he's going to ever have is people that live up to his expectations. If he assumes everyone is weak and incompetent and imbeciles, then those are the only people that will actually stay there. People that are desperate. And I wasn't trying to be rude to her because she's a business partner with him, and I wasn't implying that she's those things, but I just let her know that, you know, he needs therapy and that he needs to go to a leadership class and that he can succeed with those things if he goes to therapy and gets a leadership class. But until then, they're never going to succeed because all they're going to have is people who lack customer service skills. There's too many opportunities in Honolulu right now. The only people who are going to go there are people who have another option, no other option. That's not me. So I'm back to just 7 nights a week, which is nice. Takes a little weight off my chest. And Ilipino, the shift went so well last night that they want me to serve. So the money's really good they're serving, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go there and wait tables as well as bartend. Tonight I'm bartending. Servers make more money there. But I'll be working both. And they love me there. They were really fucking supportive and nice about how well I did last night. Memorizing every bar guest name and, you know, not messing up. And yeah, I got to impress them, and it felt great because it was my first chance to bartender serve somewhere since being in Seattle for that month, and before that 2 years, since before the lockdown. Work's going great. The podcast is coming. Check out What Lurks Beneath. This guy was starting out with creepypasta type stories, but now he's jumping into hey, it's the government, it's the satanic occult, it's the park rangers. You know, hey, these hippies are acting as, you know, they're basically masquerading as hippies, hipsters, and vagabonds, but they're really just satellite organizations of the CIA, satanic occult. And basically, he has some knowledge about it because his stories are really starting to, shine true for the stuff that I know to be true. And I've been able to piece, I've been in touch with this guy for a while, What Lurks Beneath. And I've been piecing together things that he had no clue about, putting his pieces of his puzzle into the larger picture. And basically he wants to do a multi-part podcast interview with me and have me be like one of his headliners for the coming podcast interviews he's doing, because he just takes people's stories and tells them, but he's going to actually interview me. And he's jumped from 56,000 followers to 136,000 followers in just over 6 weeks. So basically, there's this great awakening going on. What they called the satanic scare of the 1980s and 1990s is now a new version where people are waking up to this shit. And let's not give it the negative connotations of the term satanic scare, because that's like talking it down, and they disproved it, but that shit was real. 25 to 50% of people that went to therapists, 25 to 50% of people who had schizophrenia, like my mom, back in the 80s and 90s, they reported satanic ritual abuse. And my mom, yeah, she had family members that were doing horrible things to her when she was a little girl. And I'll be straightforward, I think I'm a product of satanic ritual abuse, and that's something I'll get farther into, but I'm not kidding. I've always had weird feelings that, my mom told me some stuff too when I was young that I just thought she was crazy, and now that I'm I'm sober and I'm diving deep into my memories and trying to uncover repressed memories. It's become pretty obvious to me that, I kind of think I grew up and I'm almost positive, I think I grew up in bloodlines that were into that stuff. Which is crazy because I'm basically just throwing my family under the bus. But that shit is real. And again, they stopped popping up in therapy back in the late 90s, but I think that's when people like me had been programmed in a way that they don't remember, where they were still able to perpetuate those things. And I think I might have been part of some darkness, and I could still be without even realizing. Again, topics I'll dive deeper into later, and I wish I was fucking with you. But yeah, so this What Lurks Beneath guy, he wants me to start talking about my story and the MK Ultra aspects, and I'll basically be a new age whistleblower, and it's gonna blow up. I mean, 156,000, that's about 1 in 2,000 Americans, that number. And if, twice as many people or 3 times as many people watch it as subscribed, it might even be somewhere up to like 1 in 500 Americans hearing my story about this. And it's not about me at all. It's like that Albert Einstein quote the other day. It's not about me being successful. It's about me having an impact. I don't want 600,000 people a year to go missing in the United States like they have been. It's been worse through COVID. People are disappearing at crazy rates and no one's talking about it. There's like child snuff factories and shit's just almost out in the open pretty much. And I almost want someone who's into the dark web, because I'm so scared to go on there. I kind of want someone to do some research for me. So if anyone knows anyone that dives into that stuff that you don't think would be compromised, that would maybe try to subvert what I'm doing, I kind of need some information gathered on the dark web, and I'm too afraid to go on myself. Not for fear of being on a list, because I'm on the fucking lists, but I just don't want to be tainted by any of that stuff. If someone's already on, I'd love help with that. But I'll be starting my own podcast soon. Do you think I should keep it as part of this channel and just have it be a podcast that's part of this channel, or should I do it as something separate? I don't get the sense that many of you are scared away by the darkness, which I talk about. Some of you actually seem to resonate with it, and I think there's a lot of significance behind the fact that you watch my channel and have a lot of ties to my type of childhood influences, as far as neglect, abuse, the Gifted program, MK Ultra. I think there might be something to our connection, more than just you resonating with the things I say or liking to come on and troll me to make me feel like shit. Good luck. But I gotta figure out where and when the bus is, and yeah, hopefully these topics don't scare you. And like I said, if they do, let me know, because I can keep this light and open, like I have been, and then just throw the darkness on a separate channel. Or I can just keep it all combined and promote, not so much promote, but embrace the dichotomy of the light that I'm trying to perpetuate and the darkness that I'm trying to expose and cleanse. I've got some crazy deep stuff to go into that I have never shared with you, and some of it's really beautiful and light, and some of it's really dark and not so much. But I'm gonna do it openly, and I just need suggestions if I should do it all on this channel and just keep it all flowing, or if I should have a separate critical conjecturist podcast where I touch on the dark topics, because it's gonna happen either way, and I really trust your advice as my viewer base. I might even put up a poll to ask. But that's my question, that's my story. I'm really loving you. I'm going to go to work and have a great fucking night. It's my first night on my own bartending. I actually get to make tips. I'm not training, and I get to show them my stuff and be in Hawaii and not just be bussing. So I've got to text Sky and let them know that I got double scheduled tonight, that I'm not coming in there. And I know if they need to pursue disciplinary action, or if it prevents me from becoming a server sooner, I totally understand. But that, I'm just not able to show up because Il Lupino needs me more. And the unspoken aspect of Il Lupino had me bussing 2 days and then had me bartending right after. So, one's making me feel truly utilized, appreciated, and stimulated. And the other one's just making me feel utilized, slightly appreciated, and slightly stimulated. But that chef has her head directly up her fucking ass, and I am not that guy. So You know, if it costs me the job at Sky, it sucks I won't have the view. But I hate to say it, with how hard I work, I doubt I'll be losing the job over this one. I'm not trying to be cocky, but yeah, I'm gonna cut down to 3 shifts a week there and do 4 shifts at Il Lupino. And I think there's potential for them to want me on 7 nights a week if I was willing, which means I would get time and a half for anything over 40 hours. So 15 an hour, plus being able to serve and bartend each night at one job and have more of an impact at a single restaurant. So crap, there's my bus. I'm gonna see if I can catch it at the next stop. Gotta run. So I ran, and the super kind bus driver, he stopped outside of a stop, which he's not supposed to. It cost him his job, and he let me on. And I wasn't gonna be late for work, but I'm trying to be early. I'm coming in like extra early because they didn't have a bartender this morning, and I'm trying to be a solid team player. So I'm gonna text Sky, then I'm gonna check this new Tinder message I have. Now I'm gonna have a great evening working. Loving you. Yeah, so Heather just called from Kapahale. That's a really nice restaurant that wanted me to interview, and then I missed it yesterday because I was at that job with the narcissist guy. But she still wants me to come in, which is nice. I had emailed her ahead of time that I couldn't make it. You know, originally I let her know I was switching around obligations, and that's why, you know, I was cutting it close and I couldn't make it. But I'm really just excited for that opportunity, and, you know, I feel really blessed. And she wants to reschedule, and I have another interview at another spot which I can reschedule later this week. And I'm just glad I turned down the Farmhouse. About to get my burger at Betty's Burgers. Oh man, they're so good. And then I'm gonna go into work. Kick ass and work till midnight. Loving you, thanks for watching. Hey there, fellow travelers. Man, I just finished work, and wow, Joe and I killed it tonight. He busted out the service drinks, and I did the bar. And we only did like 1,700 in sales, which honestly is not much for like a bar like that. But at the same time, we did like, you know, you get a lot of tip out from the servers. And we probably did about $200 a person. And, which to be honest, here's not much money. But I got to prove myself. Oh, here's my buddy Nico. He's hitting on some girls. I'm doing my YouTube. Let's see. What's going on with this guy?
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, dude, take care. Have a good night. Yeah, let's do it. Can I take a picture of you guys? I'll take one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so like, Nico's like, obviously a ladies' man, and I didn't want to take video of people without their consent. But he's got the rugged, handsome look going for him, and he knows it, and he's a fucking funny guy. He's a nice guy. And, dude, I really love the staff over there.
I love you, thank you, sister. I love you.
You know, I feel like it could be a little more polished, and I feel like they're working on it, but
Are you part of this party?
but yeah, so like, are those Mormon missionaries? Yeah, I'm so happy to be there, and I feel like, yeah, I feel lucky, and I feel like I've made the right choice tonight, choosing to not go into Sky. I don't know if I still have my job there. I'm assuming I do. So I'm just gonna show up tomorrow to my shift. But yeah. I made the right decision. And I have another interview at that Kapahale this coming week. And business is picking up now that Thailand and North and South Korea and Australia are open. And Canada's coming down, and everyone's ready to spend some money because they've all been crammed up, and they're ready to come out and feel connected to each other and to nature. And that's what we have here in Hawaii, is connection to each other and nature. So I didn't get to eat my French fries, and I left my snacks there. I brought snacks for everyone, but man, I'm so happy. And as much as it would be nice to have, like, I hate to say it this way, but a female in my life, someone that's just even just like, I don't know. I was talking to a girl today. She said she wanted to learn to paint, and then she asked me what I was looking for. And I just said, I'm looking for someone awesome that I could have a romantic or physical connection with, but that I'm not trying to jump into anything. And then she just deleted it. So I think I just need to say I'm just looking to fuck on Tinder, but I'm not just looking to fuck. So guess I don't really get to have women in my life. Not that I have time for it anyways. Sorry to be so blunt, but look how big the roaches are here. Hey, buddy. Nope, I don't think so. Yeah, to me, Hawaii is a physical, spiritual biomass. And I have a firm belief that stepping on that cockroach is going to piss Hawaii off. Because it is Hawaii. So yeah, I'm nice to the roaches. Hey, what's going on? And I feel like, yeah, you got to be nice to the biomass if you want it to be nice to you. But luckily, we keep the house clean where I'm at, and there are no roaches in there. And that's my story. So, hope you had a great day. Thanks for watching the video. Good night, guys.